If you're looking for the best microphone for music, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Shure SM57. Even the smallest venture into microphone research will bring you up to speed with the Shure SM57/58 range. A staple of the music industry for 50 years, the Shures are incredibly famous due to their reasonable pricing relative to their performance. They are extraordinarily versatile, capable of high-fidelity recordings for nearly every musical, podcasting, or streaming application imaginable. There are, of course, microphones that do specific things better than the Shure SM57/58, for example, recording vocals and general audio fidelity, but in terms of functionality and durability, very few microphones match the prestige and quality of these mics. Nobody is accusing the Shure series of being the most accurate microphones you will ever hear. But as far as cheap workhorse mics go, they reign supreme. Buy a couple of these and you simply won't be disappointed. Moving on to the next at number 2 with AUDIO-TECHNICA 2020s. A2020s are fast becoming the most popular microphones among entry-level musicians. Not only does the USB functionality offer easy access point for those on a budget unable to afford an additional audio interface, the A2020 provides a condenser's typically detailed audio response at a cheap price. AUDIO-TECHNICA are a well-respected brand in the audiophile community who manufacture a range of popular audio gear, and we'll see more of them later, making their A2020 an instant success with consumers. They boast a very decent frequency response and audio quality for their price point. For a beginner, this microphone comes highly recommended. Its accessibility, due to its USB compatibility, makes it a winner for many portable recording circumstances. However, when moving into the amateur prosumer market for home musicians, it is likely you will own an audio interface and can better spend your money elsewhere. The number 3 position is held by BEHRINGER Cone. This microphone is not even $100. While sometimes value can be found in the musical gear world, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You get what you pay for. With that said, for that price, the Cone is a serviceable mic. It's going to sound better than a Guitar Hero microphone or a laptop's inbuilt mic, which might be all you need. Cheap dynamics usually bode better than condenser microphones because of these two words I keep using: versatility and durability. You generally will get more bang for your buck out of a dynamic than a condenser at this price range. However, the BEHRINGER Cone will bode better for most vocal applications, be it streaming or amateur/demo vocals, than non-condenser alternatives at this price point. Next at number 4, we have MXL 2003. Upon its release, the MXL 2003 was boasted as one of the cheapest mics to have an extremely flat frequency response. This is of course ideal for sound engineers, as replicating audio as close to its natural source as possible allows, generally, for detailed recording that is easily mixable. Of course, this type of claim for a $200 microphone does seem a bit far-fetched, particularly when you consider the oft-times less than stellar reviews MXL's previous LDCs garnered. As usual, the truth lies somewhere in between. The 2003 isn't the greatest mic of all time for its price. Big surprise there, but it's also an incredibly serviceable condenser that has a great sensitivity and flatness for its price point. Another interesting feature of the MXL 2003 is the switches that come on the mic. One switch allows for a bass roll off of any recordings that may be affected by annoying bass rumbles, and the other provides a 10 dB pad, which is particularly useful for recording loud amplifiers. The number 5 position is held by Cascade Fat Head. Though ribbon microphones aren't quite as popular as their dynamic and condenser contemporaries, they hold an important place in any microphone collection/music studio, only really being $30–40 more than the listed budget range of mics. The Fat Head is a strong value performer. Ribbon microphones can occasionally prove to be a little elusive, but the Fat Head's popularity means that it is accessible both new and used from sites like Reverb. As expected from a ribbon microphone, the Fat Head employs the figure 8 polar pattern, a point of difference to the previously listed microphones, which have all been cardioid and has a dark, warm audio response with enough detail for it to sit nicely in most mixes. Many don't recommend a Fat Head as a solo vocal mic, but suggested is an extremely powerful blend mic, as a fat head paired with a mic like an SM57 can bring a sense of fullness and depth to a recording, particularly that of a loud analog instrument like an electrical guitar, drum overheads, or a horn. The number 6 position is dominated by Rode PROCASTER. As the name suggests, the Rode PROCASTER is perfect for the modern world. Designed to have a high level of vocal detail, roll off low-end rumble, and heavily reject side and back audio responses, the PROCASTER is a useful tool for streamers, YouTubers, and podcasters looking to upgrade their equipment. Unlike the other featured microphones, which are manufactured with the intent of fitting into a music studio, the Rode PROCASTER has a frequency response of 75 Hz to 18 kHz. This is different to the typical 20 Hz to 20 kHz you'll find on majority of condenser and dynamic mics. This means that there is less distortion, plosives, and generally nasty sounds that get introduced into live applications like live podcasting and live streaming. However, being designed primarily as a broadcasting mic means that the PROCASTER is intended to sound good, not accurate, which can bode as an issue for applications outside of streaming, etc. Moving on to the next at number 7 with AUDIO-TECHNICA 4033. The AUDIO-TECHNICA 40 series is very well known and respected among studio musicians. Different models have different, unique colors and characteristics, meaning that you can't go wrong really trying any of the Affortics. I've chosen to look specifically at the 4033 as its price point means this mic stands as a happy medium between recording high-quality audio and affordable cost. Traditionally, the AF4033 has been known as the industry standard for bluegrass ensembles, and many such examples of the AF4033's recording quality for bluegrass ensembles can be found on YouTube. Reviews suggest that the mic is especially potent for recording female vocals or higher/softer male vocals. Sufjan Stevens used an AF4033 on many of his earlier recordings. The biggest drawback of this microphone is that some users believe it to be weaker for low-end applications compared to other microphones in the Affortic series, making it less suitable for deep, baritone male vocals. But for most other applications, the AF4033 is one of the best mics for its price point. The number 8 position is held by Shure SM7. The Shure SM7 is an absolute classic for vocals. Paired with a good preamp and knowledgeable sound engineer, the SM7 can replicate the quality of recording of, say, a certain Michael Jackson record. In truth, Jack can actually use the original SM7 instead of an SM7. But the B is simply a reissue of the 7 and they sound very similar. While its fame as a vocal mic is well deserved, like pretty much every other mic, its power and suitability for any given artist nearly entirely depends on their style and vocal range. An SM7 might have been perfect for Michael Jackson, but might be completely useless for your purposes. It is, if possible, best practice to test a microphone yourself before buying, and failing that, to peruse YouTube reviews and mic shootouts. Next at number 9, we have Electronic 7200. Though the price of the 7200 is the same as the above microphones new, the reality is you can find one of these mics secondhand for much cheaper than the others, making it the best value purchase of the 3 mid-tier microphones. Such versatility allows for a huge range of unique and effective recording techniques for any number of situations. Need a figure 8 pattern for recording a string ensemble or an omnidirectional pattern for gang vocals? In terms of sound, the 7200 lives up to its price point, and then some. It is a strong performer for most common musical applications and would easily double as a powerful mic for streaming or creating YouTube content due to the versatility of a switchable polar pattern. Overall, any of the microphones in this category would serve you well going forward, either as your main microphone or as a valuable addition to your mic locker. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Royer Labs R121. A $600-700 microphone will most likely be a fair bit better than a $300 one, but the real difference in quality comes as you ascend above the 4-figure mark for microphones. The Royer R121 is one of the kings of ribbon microphones. It is warm, musical, and quite accurate in its tone. Unlike some sensitive condensers, the R121 has the useful ability to handle extremely loud sounds, allowing the R121 to be the fantastic guitar/keyboard amp mic for any number of genres, from heavy metal to pop. Much like other ribbon mics, the R121 is one of the most recommended mics for string and other orchestral instruments, making it a staple of any serious music studio. Though it may be outside the price point of an amateur artist and hobbyist, the versatility and quality of this mic make it a worthy addition to anyone's mic collection so long as they can afford it. That's all for today. We upload music product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.